We often think of the age of dinosaurs as a time when giant reptiles ruled the earth without competition. Dinosaurs dominated the land, pterosaurs soared through the skies, and ichthyosaurs and plesiosaurs struck fear into the hearts of underwater creatures. However, most dinosaurs were not as large as we imagine, and nature produced a variety of animals that posed a threat to them, including some quite sizable ones. This video will focus on those creatures. So, here is our countdown of the top 5 animals from the age of dinosaurs that preyed on these reptiles. Beelzebufo. Kicking off our list is the largest frog ever created by nature. These giant amphibians lived on the island of Madagascar around 70 million years ago and could reach lengths of up to 25 centimeters. While adult dinosaurs were largely safe from such predators, these carnivorous frogs could pose a significant threat to their young. In one documentary series about the age of dinosaurs, there's even a scene where 2 of these frogs devour a couple of baby Majungasaurus. In addition to their massive size, Beelzebufo had an unusual defensive adaptation for amphibians, a formidable bony armor. This protective layer covered the animal's skull, extended to its neck, and shielded its spine. Scientists believe this may have helped the frog defend itself against attacks from crocodiles and dinosaurs. Furthermore, Beelzebufo had a remarkably powerful bite. Studies have shown that its bite force exceeds that of a human's by more than double. Combined with sharp teeth, this allowed Beelzebufo to effectively hunt smaller animals of its time. Sanaja. In India, fossils of a snake that lived at the end of the Cretaceous period were discovered. It was found coiled around a clutch of eggs in its nest, alongside the skeleton of a baby sauropod. Scientists hypothesized that this previously unknown species of snake fed on small dinosaurs. The snake was named Sanaja, which means ancient lineage. This name is quite symbolic, as Sanaja, unlike modern pythons and boas, could not open its mouth very wide. This limitation was due to the absence of flexible, articulated jaw joints, meaning the discovered snake was unable to swallow prey larger than its head. And those dimensions were not particularly large. The skull of the specimen was no more than 10 centimeters long. However, the snake itself was comparable in size to some large reptiles, with scientists estimating its length to be around 3.5 meters. Rapinmum. It turns out that not only reptiles posed a threat to dinosaurs. Among the ancestors of modern mammals, there were also creatures that fed on prehistoric reptiles. Around 130 million years ago, at least 2 species of the genus Rapinmum inhabited what is now China. Scientists have discovered at least 1 skeleton containing the remains of a young Psittacosaurus. One species of Rapinmum is aptly named giant, but in reality, its total length did not exceed 1 meter, and it weighed less than 15 kilograms. While there may have been larger mammals at that time, little is known about them. Therefore, the giant Rapinmum can be considered the largest predatory mammal of the dinosaur era. It was larger than feathered dinosaurs whose remains have been found in the same area. The second known species of Rapinmum did not grow larger than 50 centimeters and averaged around 5 kilograms in weight. Its name translates to crawling mammal. Judging by its body structure, Rapinmum certainly lived up to its name. Its short limbs were widely spaced from its body, and its feet were small and ill-suited for running. Some experts believe that Rapinmum did not hunt dinosaurs, but instead scavenged. Colosuchus. This amphibian may be older than the dinosaurs themselves. Its ancestors likely survived the Permian extinction and continued their existence, with new inhabitants of the planet becoming part of their diet. Remains of Colosuchus have been found in Dinosaur Cove in Australia, where it is believed to have lived around 120 million years ago. At that time, the present-day Australian continent was located beyond the Antarctic Circle, with an average annual temperature of about 10 degrees Celsius. Polar days and nights lasted for 6 months each. It is quite possible that in such conditions, Colosuchus, like modern amphibians, entered a state of hibernation during the cold months. It's unlikely that nature provided amphibians with other survival strategies during freezing temperatures and the freezing of water bodies. The presence of the root zuch in the animal's name suggests a resemblance to crocodiles. However, it's more accurate to speak of similar lifestyles and hunting methods rather than physical characteristics. Certainly, with both animals living in water, such comparisons are hard to avoid. Even in the famous documentary series Walking with Dinosaurs, Coelurosaucus is depicted as an alternative to modern crocodiles. Unlike crocodiles, Coelurosaucus likely did not feel comfortable on land. Its short legs were completely unsuited for walking, let alone running. Scientists believe that Coelurosaucus preferred to ambush its prey, grabbing passing fish, crustaceans, and small dinosaurs. For this hunting style, nature equipped this amphibian with a wide mouth filled with over 100 sharp teeth. The length of these conical teeth could reach 10 centimeters. The creature itself could grow up to 5 meters long, with a head measuring about half a meter. Weighing up to 500 kilograms, Coelurosaucus was one of the largest amphibians in the history of Earth. Sarcosuchus. This crocodile-like creature appears frequently in numerous documentaries and fictional films about the Age of Dinosaurs. It is also a character in various video games with similar themes. Naturally, the creators of these works couldn't resist featuring the largest crocodile in the history of the planet. However, in reality, Sarcosuchus was not even a distant relative of modern crocodiles, alligators, or gharials. Sarcosuchus lived in North Africa and Brazil around 100 million years ago, which means that its battles with Spinosaurus and Carcharodontosaurus, depicted in one popular science series, are purely the product of the creator's imagination. These dinosaurs emerged long after the extinction of Sarcosuchus, although, given its gigantic size and lifestyle, it could undoubtedly have preyed on large reptiles that coexisted with it. It was previously thought that this giant crocodile-like creature could reach lengths of 11 meters, but recent studies have shown that its maximum size was closer to 9 meters, with a weight of around 3.5 tons. Even at these dimensions, Sarcosuchus was one of the most dangerous predators of the dinosaur era. We appreciate our viewers who watched this video to the end. For a more in-depth look at other prehistoric predators, as well as various materials on the history of life on our planet, we encourage you to check out more content on our channel.